Hi, I'm Haley Hronowich here with the LPGA Women's Network, and today we're talking about female empowerment. Today we have Cheyenne Woods, Sandy LeBove, and Corey Matheson joining us. Would you guys all like to introduce yourself briefly?
I'm Sandy LeBove. I teach golf in Kierland Golf Club in Scottsdale, Arizona during the season, and then I'm up in just outside of Aspen at the Roaring Fork Club in Colorado during the summer.
Hi there, I am Corey Matheson, and I run an empowerment group for little girls that teaches them confidence, builds their self-esteem, allows them to work on their athletic ability, and I use the game of golf as my tool to do that, and that is called the LPGA USGA Girls Golf of Phoenix.
And I'm Cheyenne Woods. I'm a player on the LPGA Tour. I've been playing golf for 20 years, and this is my 4th year on tour.
So now I'd love to ask you ladies, you all have some type of a role with Girls Golf of Phoenix, which you just mentioned. Can you all talk about that a little bit?
Well, back in 1989, I was fortunate enough to start a program called the LPGA USGA Girls Golf. I have 2 daughters. They both went through the program, and it was a wonderful thing back in the day because girls golf was really suffering, and so many girls were dropping out and not playing in tournaments and just losing interest. And I think it was a nice rebirth for girls golf.
Yeah, you sort of created the Girls Golf Club. Right. So, and actually, Cheyenne and I both had the privilege of playing in that club. You know, it was just like 5 years ago, right,
You're
Sandy?
making me feel old. You're making me feel old.
No. But I played in the program, and I was the girl that stayed late, that wanted to help. I wanted to, fill the goodie bags and write the numbers on the scoreboard. And the lady who sort of took over after Sandy had been running the program, her name was Kathy Nadler. She lives here in the Phoenix area still. I told her when I was 12 I wanted her job.
So you knew right from the start.
I knew that was sort of my little niche or something fun that I wanted to do and be a part of. I watched her be a mom and pick up her kids from school, and that was important to me, to be a mom. So I'm a mom of 3 girls now, and 20 years after I told her I wanted her job, she called me and said, "Are you ready for it?" And I called Sandy. I said, "Am I ready for it?" And we've been rock and roll, and I'm on my 5th year running the program here.
Wow, that's amazing. I
Yes.
saw your car out there.
Definitely.
Looks great. It's a nice pink car that says Girls Golf of Phoenix.
It's the
on
girls'
it.
golf wagon. It's not a van. I'm not a soccer mom.
Van.
I'm not a soccer mom, but it is my Barbie car, my pink car. I pick my kids up from school. The little kids that can't read think I have ice cream or cupcakes or something, but my girls' golf wagon, yeah. It's fun.
I love it. Cheyenne, can you talk a little bit about your experience with Girls Golf of Phoenix and your relationship with Corey and Sandy?
Yeah, so I started in the program when I was probably around 7 years old.
Wow.
Really new to the game, and the girls golf program was perfect for me to have fun, get to know the game, and make friends. I met Corey in the program. I got to know Sandy LeBove and her husband Mike in the program, and I played through LPGA Girls Golf probably until middle school or even high school. And for me, it was a great way to learn the game, get better, and still be competitive. And so it's been awesome to now see Corey with the program and see how much it's grown since Sandy had started it. It's really exciting to get to know the girls and still be involved with the program.
She came out and volunteered at a couple of clinics, and it was so fun. I put her with the little girls, the 4 or 5 year.
The babies.
They didn't know who she was.
They didn't know who Tiger was.
They don't know anything,
Oh, yeah.
any
so
of that.
adorable.
So she's there now putting on a different hat than she normally gets to wear, right? It was kind of fun. Nobody was like, "Can I have your autograph? Can I take a picture?" They just were excited to have Coach Cheyenne helping her, with her swing, because she had no idea where to stand or anything. So little kids really enjoy having her. But then the bigger girls are always like, "Oh man, look, she's over there. I want to go by her." So
They all want to
nice.
be like Cheyenne.
I
don't they?
know.
But it's so nice, too, to now be in that other role of being through the program, and now the roles have reversed a little bit. I know what those girls are feeling. I know what that program is doing for them. And now to be able to have a hand and have an impact is really fun.
I remember when Cheyenne came to her first event, and she was
Oh, my
decked
goodness.
out to the max. She looked so cute, but she was so shy.
That's embarrassing.
And
She
she would
was.
just look down and she'd shake your hand, and we were like, you're going to get a lot of confidence out here as you learn to compete.
Yes.
And sure enough, just look at her now. She glows.
That's one of the things we're talking about is a lot of girls when they're younger, they're kind of intimidated or scared to take up the game. What is something that you learned from taking up the game and that you kind of try to instill with these girls now to kind of gain that confidence?
For me, the biggest thing was even just interacting with people, like Sandy was saying, making the eye contact, introducing yourself, using your voice strongly, because that presence really speaks volumes. And I think with golf, you meet so many people. Like, I meet so many people every week in pro-ams and events, and it goes a long way how you carry yourself and how you carry your confidence and present yourself to people. So that's one thing that I definitely learned in the program.
I would agree with all those things, but I think two things really stand out for me. One is the ability to take on a man's world and show them how it's done and surprise them. and I love playing with my dad and going out and saying, oh man, there's a girl with us, and then they're like, you're playing from this yardage? I'm like, yes. Are you sure? Yeah. And okay. And then by the end of the round, they're like, so what should I do? And then they're asking for tips or whatnot. But I love that sort of surprise factor and empowering the little girls to feel that sort of power that might not necessarily be gender specific, and giving them an opportunity to change the face of our game. That's one thing. And then the other thing is the family that we are. It's, everyone speaks about the relationships you build in lives, but this golf community, our family, us staying connected, the girls seeing that, the girls meeting their own mentors, whoever they are, part of what family, but then they're a part of our family too. So the camaraderie and the partnerships and the family that we create.
And just the inclusiveness too. For many years it was like the boys did things with their dads, and now we've got so many girls doing things with their dads. And these girls are growing up, and some of them are choosing to play golf for a living. Some of them are choosing just to play golf for fun in their businesses. But I think that they're starting to realize that this is a wonderful gift that they can give themselves, and that parents can give these girls if they teach them to play when they're young.
And it can be a part of their life for forever.
Right, you can play the game forever, and that's
Totally.
why I think the power of invitation is so important. Just kind of saying, hey, I'm inviting you to play this with us.
Right.
It's not just a guy's game. You can play too. You can play.
You're
for
welcome
fun.
here. It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
That's right. And then making them feel comfortable, putting them in an arena so that they're in a very comfortable environment to learn.
definitely.
And that's basically what we tried to do with the girls program. It wasn't to say that girls can't go into the sport the same way boys can. It's just that a lot of women and young girls like relationships, and they like the fact that their friends are doing it. And so putting them into a group setting where they can have some social aspects as well as learn a sport and kind of get hooked on it that way has been very fascinating to watch, because I think we have more girls staying in the game, not only learning to play and getting exposed to it, but actually staying in the game.
Building that love for it.
Playing
Yeah.
for a long, long
The
time.
community aspect is so important
That's
because
right.
once you feel like you're included, you're confident, and you can go out and play with your friends all the time.
Yep.
And that intimidation factor kind of goes away. Do you guys have any advice to women who maybe are intimidated to originally take up the game, and maybe whether it's learning with a group of women or what they can do to kind of get rid of that intimidation factor?
I think definitely, like you said, finding a group of women that you can learn the game with, enjoy the game with, and then just get out of your comfort zone a little bit if you are intimidated. Kind of just test the waters and just dive into it. For me, I think that the girls program definitely helped with just having friends around you. You don't feel intimidated or nervous, and you kind of just get into it together and learn together, which creates a great environment and a great experience.
It's fun whether you play bad or good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. And
How would all of your lives be different without the game of golf?
Oh, wow.
Wow. I think
we all pretty much eat, sleep, and breathe it in very different forms, because
Yeah.
she's standing a lot on the lesson tee and mentoring others, and she's playing competitively, and I'm behind a computer and a phone call a lot, getting people out and doing a lot of the planning and logistics. It is our life, and people ask, I drive my pink car full time. That's my only car. That's what we do. This isn't something we turn off at after a job at 5 o'clock. This isn't our job. This is really ingrained in us, and it has been since we were little girls in our families. Obviously in our families, and also by building that family, we don't really turn it off.
You're passionate about it.
I'm married to a golf professional, so I probably wouldn't have met him. I know I wouldn't have any pictures on the wall because all I have in the house is golf. So life would be a lot different, I
Yeah.
Golf is truly life-changing.
And your daughters, it's in your daughter's
sir.
world.
think. Our
and-
daughter's a golf professional now.
Yeah.
And her mom works
Yeah.
for the state association here in Arizona.
Yeah, and
So-
playing competitively too, you're able to travel the world. You meet people from all over, create great relationships. So without golf and going to college, playing college golf,
yeah.
it's definitely opened up so many opportunities, I'm sure, for all three of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The opportunities are definitely endless. Well,
And I
You
think you
played
can make
college
it as
golf.
big or as little as you
yes,
want.
I did.
I think you can make it as big or as little as you want. It can be recreational with your friends for fun on a weekday,
play a couple
or
holes
it can
and
be your
then
career too.
go have some
Drinks,
lunch.
go have lunch. Yeah.
Go shopping.
Yes.
We talked about shoes as soon as we got out here.
We did.
Once
we
a girl,
did.
always a girl.
Yeah.
The golf fashion is fun aspect as well, right? You get
Thank
to look
goodness
cute
it's
and play a fun
totally
sport.
evolved. It's amazing. Yes.
Well, thanks so much for being with us today, ladies. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.